Last time on Thunderbird. The party managed to gather information regarding the rift and the corruption and surmised that it is located somewhere within the Mage's Tower that's next to the Eldritch Lake. Our internet's really playing up.
Oh, he's gone.
So we should start up the new campaign. I'm going to run it.
Could be a bard.
Every one of you will be a 30th level character with all the items for each one of you.
Wow.
And all you have to do is go down to the cellar and kill some rats.
That doesn't sound good to me.
What do you do?
I don't go to the cellar, I don't kill rats, because there's a rift down there in the big monster.
You haven't seen it yet.
I'll just throw some fire down there, I think.
Throw some fire.
Yeah, why not?
Hello
Like
again.
a 30th
I was
level.
out.
Hello, I just ran the new game. They are 30th level now. Not you and Steve though.
I am Alpheus. I am a god.
Oh, you're some other character.
You're a god? What?
You can be Alpheus' son.
Oh, yeah.
Or a bitch.
Are you being serious?
No.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast. I am the host and GM of this game, Stephen, and with me today I have Twermus.
Hello, I'm Barlam, the rogue.
Edgar.
Hey, I'm playing Alpheus, the Animus Wolf Shaman Druid thing.
Josephine.
Hello, my name's Josephine. I play Frieda, the half-elf druid, with my companion Teapot.
A lion.
Yay.
And Pete.
Fire!
He's a goblin fire mage, if you couldn't tell. Anyone who's played D&D long enough will know exactly what
That entails.
Yeah, exactly.
So, last time, the party were going to go head off to deal with the problem when Barlam came up with the excellent point that why the hell should we do it? So, you managed to find yourself a professor at the local academy, Relenor Berkeley, another animus with a Doberman head. The four of you, the two animal companions, Beaker the chicken, Relenor Berkeley the magus, and Amy, Barlam's niece, all went off to the Mage's Tower, where, using a scroll of magic, Barlam was able to disarm the wards protecting the tower and unlock the door. We ended with you guys opening the door to see a beautiful wax sculpture of a woman about 10 foot tall, standing there covered in dust as the entire room is covered in dust. She just woke up and turned to look at you all.
I say to the statue, hello.
I pull out my staff.
She looks over at you all. Her face turns into a smile. Oh, guests, how marvellous.
You must be friends of Elros from school. Why don't you come in and make yourselves comfortable? Quick question, are you guys heading in because she invited you into her home, or are you just standing in the doorway?
I'm heading in, yeah.
Alpheus is already in there.
Yeah, I'm heading in.
My dog chariot won't go inside. I catch up soon. Yeah. Dog, come back! No!
Bye, Snork.
The front room that she's standing in is kind of like a living room. There's some chairs and stuff around there. And in the room to the north of that, there is a kitchen. Again, everything's covered in dust. Anything that can go off has. I'm afraid Elros isn't in right now as he's running some chores over an elder spell. But he should be back any time now if you'd like to wait for him.
Please send a message after the tone.
Yeah, Alpheus is going to sniff around, actually.
We just came back and he was not there.
I've been told it's quite a large town, so it should be easy for you to miss someone.
First.
I asked the statue, what year is this? And I assume Barlam knows what the actual year is.
She is unaware that a year has passed. She's been asleep for a year.
Okay.
I don't have a calendar yet.
Oh,
so
right, yeah,
I don't
I
know.
know that.
I don't know what current year is.
No,
It's
don't
current year
worry.
-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking around the room, all the sources of light have long since extinguished and everything's covered in dust. It seems very likely that he's been gone for some time.
Okay.
How long ago did he leave?
Well, it takes about a day and a half to get to Elder Spell. He's been gone for about 3 days now, I think.
Can we trust you?
Why would you not trust me?
You're a talking statue.
She looks at you blankly for a minute and doesn't seem to be able to process what you're saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyone with knowledge arcana, make a roll now.
I don't have that.
Where's our Arcana Goblin?
Fortunately, you have Berkeley here.
Berkeley, please.
Berkeley will whisper to the rest of you that this woman appears to be a wax golem. They're made to resemble a human, and because of their human likeness and the high power of magic that animates them, they are the type of golem that runs the highest risk of becoming sentient, though they also tend to wind up believing themselves to be the real version of whoever they were sculpted to resemble.
Oh, right. So I turn a more cheerful face towards the golem and, like to a human, I say, "Oh, I didn't catch your name."
My name is Sophia. I'm Barlam. Not Barlam. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Body change.
I'm Elros's mother.
Oh, hello.
And then, as Alpheus is smelling about, I'd say, we've come to the information that there's a rift. I turn to Amy. A rift? In here? Amy? Isn't there a rift here? Hello? Stephen?
Oh no.
The statue went silent.
Nope, it's come back on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, people.
You both disappeared.
You're the rift apprentice master thing?
On a stick.
Yeah? You should know about this. We came here for the rift, right?
Amy nods in agreement.
Yeah, so there's a rift which is kind of not a good rift. So it needs to be closed.
Does Alpheus actually pick up anything
Does he smell rifts?
from his perception of 26?
Can you smell the rift?
Oh, I can smell one rift.
Smell
Jeez.
the raspberry ripple of the swirling vortex of stuff.
No, I meant something more horrible. Was
Nice
what I was
fire.
thinking.
Alpheus, the room's covered in dust and all of the lights have gone out. The only light source you have is the open door. It kind of has that old building smell where it's just kind of like an old disused musk.
A bit of mold.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like a British house. Oh no.
Wow.
Moldy cut.
Oh shit. Sorry.
He went there.
I did. I used to live there and I was appalled. Anyway,
So Alpheus is like, nope, can't smell anything here.
I turn to Sophia and ask her kindly that if you would be so kind as to get ourselves cups of tea, if that's possible.
Why, certainly.
And the other thing is that I'm actually about to deliver a package to your son, and as he's not here, can I go and just put it in his room?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't think he would like people going into his room. I mean,
No, I mean at his door, not into his room.
just leave it in here, in the living room or kitchen. I'll be able to hand it to him.
I prefer to surprise him. When he gets to his door, you know, when he comes back, it's like, oh, there's a package. That
You
kind
know,
of
a
thing.
pleasant surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll yourself a bluff check.
Okay.
Keep in mind that she's not keen on the idea of letting anyone.
That's a 12. So he stumbles and he says like, oh, well, okay,
Can
Maybe-
Alpheus
maybe-
like assist or anything? Is that a thing?
You really would have needed to have said ahead
Yeah.
of time.
That's okay.
But if you did assist, you'd have given him a +2 to his roll. So
yeah, that would have, yeah.
She's just like, I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah.
he does a lot of studies in the arcane, and some of the stuff can be quite dangerous. So would hate for something to happen to any of his friends.
No, but we're from the academy. Like, I look to
Yes,
the
but-
professor.
Yes, so you should understand how he gets, from what I'm to
No.
understand. A lot of mages are a bit protective of their work before it's finished, you know.
Mm.
But I can certainly make you that tea.
Yeah, I'd sit down and twiddle my thumbs.
Sounds good.
She walks to the kitchen, kind of looks around. She's like, a bit messy in here. I'm so sorry about the mess.
Don't
I'll
worry
take
about
care of this as soon as I can. She doesn't seem to understand why it's as dusty as it is, but at least she's capable of acknowledging that much.
Snuffles, follow her.
Hello, puppy. You looking for something to eat?
Snuffles flops his tongue out and salivates at that.
Mere notion.
Okay, I will see what I can find for you.
And while they hassle around, I sneak to the door. I assume it's a door. Is it locked?
You try to open the door, it doesn't open, it's locked.
Okay, I pick it quickly.
Amy kind of gives you a worried look, like,
I'm
but
fast.
Berkeley's nodding and giving you a thumbs up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alpheus is whispering to Amy at that point, saying, "This is why Snuffles is in the kitchen with her, to keep her out the way."
I do complicated hand and face and expression motions to all the people who are looking at me saying, it's fine, I'm gonna get through. Stop meddling. Whoosh. 24 for disable device.
You managed to unlock it with ease.
And slip to the other side and close it behind me and lock it again.
Roll me a stealth check to see how quietly you do this.
Yeah.
You get a +2 because Snuffles is distracting her.
So that's 14 total then.
Okay, I get to make an opposed check here.
Oh.
Maybe she's got wax in her ears.
Oh! So
Yay.
she would have noticed you had it not been for Snuffles distracting her.
Or the wax in her ears.
Snuffles being adorable.
Yeah.
You are able to slip in and get through to the other side.
And
So
close
let
the
me-
door and lock it again.
Awesome.
You unlock your friends out.
No, but like, if she tries the door, she would understand what would be amiss if it would not be locked.
Yeah, well, plus the fact everyone would have disappeared if she comes back. You can cover for one person, not everyone though.
Yeah.
Barlam, you find yourself in another room. There is a door just to the south of you and a staircase to the north of you. The door to the south of you, if you try it, is also locked.
I'll try to disable it. The lock, that is.
Roll it.
That's a 22.
Oh, you're rolling nice today.
This is Twermus. He always rolls nice.
No.
He kisses the dice god's arse.
There's a rule in D&D that if you've got one player who rolls really well or a player who rolls really badly, you have to have someone on the opposite end. And because Ed rolls really badly all the time,
Indeed.
we need someone to counterbalance that, and that's what Twermus is.
Thank you, Ed. That's very noble of you.
Ed basically takes all of the bad rolls and leaves Barlam with the good rolls.
As it should be.
So I get the middle.
Yeah, you get mediocre rolls. Yay. I'm not really bad at anything, but I really can't do much.
The occasional success.
Yeah, just to get it through. Anyway, what's there? Oh, a trapdoor. Oh no.
It's like a waste disposal trapdoor.
Oh, like a grate kind of thing.
Yeah, a grate.
Okay, I close the door and don't go there. But I don't lock it though.
It's fair enough.
And then I walk up the stairs like Pink Panther would.
A proper tiptoeing.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump back to the others for a second as you're sneaking upstairs because you're unlocking other doors and stuff.
Yeah.
So she comes back out, Snuffles following her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry for your wolf, but I don't understand why, but it seems that all of our food's gone bad."
Oh.
Well, if it's been a few days, I guess food would go bad, and I'm sure your son will be back, hopefully. Well, there's something fresh at a later point. It's okay, you don't have to worry. We've got our own food. You've been a wonderful host.
Oh, I'm afraid I just don't have anything for your wolf.
It's okay. I'll just feed him some rations or something.
Or I'll feed him a few people.
I got some jerky in my pocket anyway. Look, jerky.
Snuffles is on that like immediately.
Right.
She notices now that Barlam is missing. She's like, "Oh, where did your friend
Oh,
go?"
he went out for a smoke.
Yes, you read my mind, thank you.
Yeah, he took the goblin with him. Meanwhile, outside the tower,
No, not the river! Dog!
they're having a smoke party or fire.
Ooh, what's not to believe?
Okay, fair enough. I'm not even going to make you roll that because there's absolutely no reason why she wouldn't believe that.
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, well, your tea will be ready in a couple minutes."
Wait, the tea would be ready, but didn't you say that all of the items had gone off?
We don't have any milk.
Black tea is fine.
Yeah, darker than black tea, fine.
I believe in the first episode where the group all met up, Alpheus stated that he only drinks his tea black. He should be fine.
That's right.
Yeah, and honey never goes off either.
This is really important for British players and British viewers. How do they drink their tea?
It's extremely important. You know a lot about the character based on his tea preferences.
Wow, I'm a bit intimidated now.
Okay, so she goes back to take care of that, and Barlam, okay.
Do I move to another space on the thing?
I will move you in a second once I've lit it up.
Because I thought that you might have another piece of map for the tower.
I do.
Because that's what I would do. Haha.
Special Barlam map.
Special DM tricks.
But because if I reveal the map, you'll see everything that's on the map, I want to describe it first for our listeners. So, Barlam, you reach the first floor and find that it is as dark as the ground floor had been before the wax woman had lit some candles. You don't have any form of dark vision, do you?
I do have candles though.
Okay, so what is the radius of a candle?
Oh, do I actually? Wait, I got a bullseye lantern.
Those are good.
I light it up.
You notice that there are no doors in this area as it seems to be a large circular circular room with a smaller circular room in the middle of it. Bookshelves line the walls of the outer chamber, and the inner chamber's floors are covered in dried blood that is littered with skeletal remains of various animals. Along the wall of the inner chamber is a vast desk covered in notes, books, and various arcane knickknacks. And most importantly, right in the center is a magic circle on the floor containing 5 mutated abominations of different creatures, each with different mutations, ranging from wings, no limbs, to strange tentacle faces. These creatures seem to be moving around within the circle, but not leaving it, even after noticing you.
Ah, right.
The animals in question are a rat, a pig, a dog, a monkey, and a human.
Oh, no sheep.
The human looks more like one of those flower-headed zombies from The Last of Us than an actual person, and at this time shows no signs of intelligence, as it just stumbles around in the circle without purpose or intent.
Are there any further stairs?
There are, yes. I'm just going to reveal the map to you.
Ooh, lots of red.
Yes, there's some more stairs going further up, but before you continue, could you make a perception check, please?
Yes. That's a 22.
You notice, as you're looking around, that a number of books on the shelves are starting to wiggle and shuffle their way out of place.
It's a ghost tower.
I ready my rapier,
Yep.
and I try not to agitate the books. Are they acting in such a way that they be coming toward me or something?
Can books be agitated?
Well,
These ones can.
that was the critical clue. I stealthily make my way up the stairs.
Make a quick stealth check,
The
because
quickest.
the light has woken them up.
That's an 11.
Okay, animated object. What is their perception check? So I rolled high, but keep note they're an animated object. They have no skill, and their wisdom score is 1, so they get a -5 to it.
Yeah.
So they got a 12 in total. So unfortunately, as you see them moving and you try to stealth away, the closest book at least flings itself at you.
Well, my rapier was prepared. Can I do an AAO?
You started trying to back away, so I'll allow it, but he's going to immediately get into combat now.
Yeah. But I'm also acting first, so I get a sneak attack, right?
You do, yes.
Right, so that's 10 for attack. Is that enough?
As it is so small and so nippy, it flies at you. You try to thrust with your rapier and it just kind of dodges it.
Okay.
These are just books, so they are a
Right.
tiny object. The only reason their tokens are so big is so that you can see it.
Yeah, come at me.
So,
Is it initiative?
initiative, yes.
20. Let's do it.
Barlam versus the books.
Oh no, I've always hated this. It's like studying all over again.
Oh, I wonder what the book's titles are.
Ha! Time to hit the books. Oh no. I'm becoming my own Edgar Wright movie.
You see, ever since he started learning magic and that made him happy, now he's making one-liners and quips.
Oh no.
Did you say it was quite a small book that tried hitting Barlam then?
They're all quite small.
Oh, they all like children's books.
No, they're books. They classified as a tiny enemy.
What are you, a pocketbook?
Yeah, it's not like Spot does cooking or something.
Even a big book is still gonna be small compared to a bloody human.
Not even a tome, eh?
So it could be Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire or something.
Time to put you back in your place. That's section 813.
Okay, so Barlam.
Oh god. Yeah, so I'll attack again, which would still be a sneak attack because I'm still acting before they have acted.
Yep.
So that's a 10. I can roll high, but not for attacks.
Yep. Once again,
Oh, well.
you miss.
I also take a 5-foot step to get to the actual stairway.
Yep.
Is it like a closed stairway, like in a, normal castle or tower?
I didn't really think about it. It's just stairs.
Well, is it a closed one or not? Because I can do Thermopylae against the books if it's closed. Okay. And by Thermopylae, as our more distinguished listeners might know, was the famous battle of the Spartans versus some guys.
Some guys, yeah.
Yeah, Persians.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't look like it, but you can't really tell, so...
If it's a normal stone tower, it's bound to be because it's, part of the structure.
I'm pretty sure it would be, so yeah, I guess so.
Yay! So I retreat like 5-foot step towards, where I was going already.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Yeah.
All the books get to go.
Oh, so they all come towards me, like you said earlier that it was just one. Do they have a hive mind?
You're seeing a whole bunch of them start moving round the corner.
Oh no.
Well, as soon as one attacks, the rest of them start moving, so they move about as far as they can.
And they all have little voices going, "We just want to book you."
We want to educate you.
2 of the books
fly and throw themselves right into you.
Oh no, you don't have to be so literal.
So what is Barlam's AC?
It's 15.
Okay, neither of them managed to hit.
Oh no.
Or maybe they do hit, but they're hitting against your armor and it's able to absorb.
Oh no. Books, no, stop. Slap. No.
Someone's like basically trying to beat you in the face with a book. It's gonna take a lot of doing that to kill you.
At least they don't have bubble beaters.
Yeah, 2 of them have gotten close to you. You see another 3 closing in.
Oh no.
And at this point as well, you see that all the creatures in the magic circle are getting really agitated now. And they're all like pushing up to the edge of the magic circle. They can't seem to get out yet, but they're all very agitated.
Oh well.
They're all very avid readers and missing their books.
Is it my turn?
1 second, I'm just seeing if any of the creatures inside have any ranged attacks.
No, but they can't see me now, can't they?
No, none of those will work. Okay, it is your turn.
And then, as I have a bullseye lantern in my other hand, which is still lit, I just throw it. Oh, it's a metal one. So I actually take the other pint of my 2 pints of oil from my belt, throw it on the floor in front of me, and then throw the bullseye lantern after that and run up the stairs. After that.
It's well lit, that.
Yeah.
Okay,
No open fires in the library, eh?
make me, I guess, just a d20 roll. Let's just see how good of a fire you can spread with this.
Okay, like, you can use ranged attack for grenade attacks.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah, a grenade would work, a throw attack.
That's a 9 to hit the floor.
Well, it's to see where you get it in relation to your enemies. You'd be able to drop it directly on the floor next to you.
And then just run up the stairs, really.
Okay, you toss the fire onto it afterwards.
Sorry, I have acrobatics so I can tumble up the stairs to avoid getting AOO.
Okay, go ahead and tumble.
That's a 25.
That's fine. You manage dropping your lantern.
On the pint of oil on the floor.
Everyone else, can you roll a perception check to see if you hear this going on upstairs?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, let's see the wax golem. Oh, she gets a good roll.
Perception 17.
Oh, perception.
I can't believe that you're tumbling upstairs instead of going downstairs. It's like you're just rolling up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm a guy from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So Snork got a 19. Amy is completely oblivious.
Oh, Amy. She's not as badass anymore as she was.
She's staring into space with a vacant smile on her face.
Berkeley.
14.
Okay, Joe, roll a perception check. And what's your modifier? I've got 11 here. That doesn't sound right.
Definitely has a lot of perception, though.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is right. I was just adding it all up because your wisdom is a core stat of yours. Okay, then in which case, Frieda, the golem, and Alpheus all notice the sound of something metal and glass being thrown to the ground.
And a faint as something lights on fire fast.
Well, it is Frieda who's got the best hearing, so she's the one who hears like metal hitting stone, glass shattering, and then is that fire?
I just say out loud, is that a fire upstairs?
And Alpheus just says, no, it's actually just me. I had a little bit of gas. It didn't go so well from what we ate for breakfast.
Fire.
No, it was a bit of gas, he says out loud to the golem.
Roll me a bluff check.
Just a bit of gas. Yeah, really. Just a bit of gas.
Just a bit of gas from something I ate this morning.
Yeah.
Bluff coming right up. 12.
Such a gassy dog. I wouldn't mind some help, but I guess this is okay too.
You've locked the door, though.
Yeah, I kind of painted myself into a corner, yeah.
So long as she doesn't roll an 11 or higher.
I got stuck up in some of my studies.
God damn it.
Oh dear.
She rolled 19.
Oh, well. Just a stone-faced look-like. That was not a fart. I know every fart. I live with my son.
She doesn't believe you and she just looks at you and is like, where is your friend?
Like, at the same time, Frieda says, it's a fire. At the same time, Alpheus says, it's gas. Yeah, a gas fire is not good. Where's your friend?
Yes, where is your friend?
Ooh, bad mama.
He did go outside for a smoke, but he was playing with fire a little bit with Snork before Snork came back. He didn't really come back in, so I assumed he was still outside.
She walks over to you and
Hi.
she's gonna slap you for being naughty and lying to her.
Wow.
She's a very harsh mummy.
That's animal abuse.
Alpheus rubs his cheek of his hand, like, dejectedly, and he's like,
Yeah, well, if it's a golem slap, it might be a bit more.
Question, are you going to try and protect yourself from it? Like, avoid the hit?
no, Alpheus is going to take that slap.
Oh, you're going to take it. Okay, I don't even need to roll attack then since you're taking it.
Gee, the DM was too excited. Oh, you're just going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she takes like half your fucking health.
You're going to take a sucker punch, okay.
That is a powerful slap.
She hits you with all the force of a large monster construct. She hits you so hard you feel yourself black out for a second before you're able to right yourself. She's just like, get out.
Ow. Alpheus is like, no, and casts Flaming Sphere.
Berkeley leaps to his feet like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Now,
More fire.
the rest of you roll initiative. She pretty much sucker punched you with a surprise round, and then she's clearly ready to fight at this
I
point.
was hoping a Flaming Sphere would be the surprise.
Also, you have to like flail your arms around and say mumbo jumbo. She's gonna know you're casting a spell and she's gonna slap you again.
That's not fair.
That's how spellcasting works in Pathfinder, because it's such an obvious thing that it's kind of hard to hide it.
When you wave your hands and shout, "Hi!" It's a bit of a telegraph.
Yeah, I mean, think about how obvious the Kamehameha wave is. Everyone knows it's coming. It's similar to that, only not as cool.
Well,
Frieda, roll initiative, please. D20, and you add +3 to it. Oh my god.
That's 20, come on.
ooh.
So Frieda gets 23.
I got 5.
Initiative for Berkeley.
+20.
Nope.
Oh.
Dex isn't his stat. He's a buff boy.
His
so he uses strength.
his strongness is his strong suit.
And finally, we get the golem, who gets a +3 as well.
Wow.
20 +3.
The fastest golem alive.
Hello, I'm Joe.
What?
What?
I'm on Joe's microphone. I'm Joe. I'm going to hit things with a stick.
Steve, really? Really? Steve? Really?
Okay, so now we're in our next round of combat. Barlam, who's obviously doing his own thing, will be jumping to him as the books burn and you can run away.
Yay.
Frieda, you're up first. You've just seen this wax golem strike Alpheus with such force that she like knocked him to the ground. He's like dazed for a second. She like, probably drew some blood. She hit him that hard. So
It was only like 8.
you don't have that many hit points, mate.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I hadn't updated your token's health, Ed. That's why I thought you only had 13.
No, I've got like 30.
You've got 27, so...
Yeah.
As I brace myself with my staff, I say, wait, didn't want to tell you, but your son potentially was in an accident that opened a rift. He could either be hurt or dead, we don't know. But he didn't really want to say that and scare you. Now we can fight, or we can see what's going on.
Okay, so you're trying to negotiate with her, Joe, so roll a diplomacy check. So you spend this turn trying to talk her down. She is having none of it. As a wax golem, though she has her own personality and believes she has sentience and free will, she does still have to obey whatever programming is in her, and stopping people from getting upstairs might well be one of those things that she's programmed with. So yeah, you're probably not going to be able to talk your way out of this one, I'm afraid. Barlam, you're up.
Yeah, I run up the stairs.
Okay.
And I did the tumble before.
Yes, you did, so that's why I'm not making you roll.
Woo!
We move you to the next area.
There I go.
Barlam, you come running up the stairs, and you come to another doorway, and...
Which way did I come from in the map?
You came from the north, going to southward.
Yeah, okay. So there's one door in the middle of the steps.
Yes, so you head up to the next floor, and you find a very thick door covered in magic runes. You don't really know much about magic, but this thing seems to be warded up the wazoo.
Then I check the next door.
There is a plaque on this door that says, can you write down 8 8s so they add up to 1,000? And below the plaque is a chalkboard for you to put your answer.
8 8s.
Yes.
Can you write up 8 8 so it adds up to 1,000? Oh lord.
Whatever's in here, yeah, he probably doesn't want you getting into. Is Barlam going to try and do this, or is he going to just keep going up the stairs to the next area?
I'm going to try and do a role player thing where I try to figure the thing out myself for the round, and also roll an int check for the character because he's smarter than me.
Yes. Well, first of all, I'll let you try to figure it out for yourself, and then if you need help, you can make the int check.
Yeah, just go for the
you
next
get more
turn.
XP and rewards for figuring it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, but you are also completely safe at this moment. Whilst the rest are going to be fighting, the books, they're dumb, they're mindless, so the rest of them just kind of chase after you into the fire.
Guess their threat was just paper thin.
God damn it, Ed. So yeah, I'm going to take all these books off the initiative tracker because fire just obliterates them.
Oh, I quickly jot down on the chalkboard 8 to the power of 8.
8 to the power of 8.
Yeah, it adds up to more than 1,000, but it adds up to 1,000.
I'll let you wait until your turn, and we'll deal with that in a second. So, the wax golem is up, and she is going to make another attack against Alpheus, and saying, "Get out!
Get out of here!"
And, potential crit.
What?
Oh no!
What is your flat-footed AC?
So without dex.
Because you haven't acted yet.
Is it going to be time to a new campaign? I'll run it.
Flat-footed AC is 16. That's a confirmed crit.
Why are you so excited? Woo! So that's a crit. Woo!
So that is 2d6 plus 6. So she hits you even harder this time, going so far as to actually strike you with full force. And if the last time didn't cause you to like spit up anything, that kind of anime way where they go blah, this one definitely did.
You sent a spray of tea all over the room.
Yeah, black tea all over her face.
As you are now down to just under 1/3 of your total hit points.
What the hell was with the good roll, Steve? Yeah. This is like why I don't combat anymore.
Oh.
This is why we haven't combated since Castle Mutton.
Combated.
Yeah, combated.
So, Alpheus and Snuffle, you are up now.
So, I said Alpheus was preparing a flaming sphere, so...
So you're going to take a 5-foot step back
That's
and cast
right.
a flaming spear.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've never used a flaming sphere before. Let's see, rolling ball of fire that deals 3d6 fire damage. Oh, okay.
I believe that's a reflex save, so you don't roll to hit, she rolls to avoid it. Fortunately, a giant wax golem isn't exactly the most agile of things.
I call this one fire at will. 3.
Yo! Yeah, you get her good and proper. Roll me 3d6 damage, so roll that, and she gets an additional effect because it's fire.
Awesome. 3d6. 10.
Okay, vulnerable to fire, so I believe that means she takes double damage.
Sweet.
So you conjure a great ball of fire that completely engulfs her, and she lets out a horrible screeching sound as you see her body start melting as like the wax is just dripping off of her, molten hot. And roll me another 2d4 because you have affected her physical structure, and so she's going to be slower now for 5 rounds as her body starts melting.
Right, cool.
Will Snuffles do anything?
Snuffles isn't exactly going to be able to bite molten hot wax.
That is a good call. He would have taken damage.
Yeah, so Snuffles isn't going to do anything but move wherever Snuffles is gone.
He's behind Frieda.
Oh yeah, so it's going to move basically between the wax golem and Alpheus, the other side of the wax golem. Yep, that's it. That's what Snuffles is going to do.
Okay, you bloody made me get another NPC, so now I have to worry about 2 NPCs and their spell lists, as well as all the enemies.
I just remembered, didn't I have Spark for my daily spell list?
Probably.
I think we both had Spark, yeah.
Because wax is flammable.
He's already set her on fire.
Oh, okay.
Amy is going to move closer to Alpheus and basically give you a potion to drink. So she's going to spend her time healing you.
Does Alpheus drink that potion now? I mean, when does that?
She's basically administering it. So she scuttles over to you, shoves a potion in your mouth and forces you to drink it.
It's like,
Yeah.
tastes like red.
And you fight it back like a dog would. Like, no.
Yep.
But I have hot dogs.
Hot dog healing potions. Ooh.
Drink it if I give you a hot dog.
Drink a hot dog. Wait.
Liquidized hot dog.
That pink goop.
She's giving you a potion of Cure Moderate Wounds, which heals you by 15 hit points, nearly undoing all of that damage. She doesn't have many of those, though, so...
The most British healing potion. A moderate healing potion.
Yeah.
Oh, quite.
Oh, quite.
Awesome. Can you tell me what it tastes like?
Yes, it tastes like a cold cup of tea.
Yeah, iced tea.
No, not iced tea.
Just cold tea.
Because an iced tea's designed to be drunk cold,
Oh, yeah. It's designed to be good.
whereas a proper cup of tea that's gone cold isn't. is horrible.
Yeah, okay.
So Berkeley, he's just grinning ear to ear. He's like, haha, I've been looking forward to this. You see as he slips his hand into his pocket, and on his hand he pulls out, now wrapped around it, a knuckle duster.
Wow.
And he is going to basically go straight for the golem, charging his knuckle duster with magical energy, and he is going to hit it.
Is he going to like hurt his hand doing that?
Probably. He doesn't fucking care.
Oh wow, that is one hardy a Doberman.
Yes, you see as electrical energy is crackling around the knuckle duster as he is basically chanting a spell as he rushes over to punch this thing in the face.
What does he shout?
Berkeley is the kind of person to name all of his attacks.
Wow.
So this is going to be his shocking strike.
Shocking strike!
So it's shocking grasp as a knuckle duster.
It is. He's a magus, and maguses can combine their spells into their weapon, so he can hit with both a spell and a weapon at the exact same time.
I cast fist.
So this is a shocking grasp and a knuckle duster attack.
How epic would be when he would attack with a big fist, clenched fist. Like I cast fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It doesn't destroy it actually, but you see as he hits this molten hot wax golem, he tears most of its form out from within it as wax drips down onto his hand, and he just kind of grimaces as he takes 4 points of damage from it, but she is barely holding on now. She's on fire, she's melting, electricity just coursed through her, and some idiot just punched her as well. And he just like laughs, it's like, ha-ha! And that's the way we do it, children!
Wow.
Frieda, you're up. One more shot should take this thing down.
I just get my staff and I just swat it.
Okay.
Slap.
That should do it.
Take that wax.
She whacks him. Her.
She whacks her.
Yeah, I'm full of these. I'll be here all night.
So you try to hit her with your quarterstaff, but you're quite flimsy, really. I mean, you're not really built for hitting things, and you just kind of swing, and it kind of hits some of the wax and just goes squelch, and just kind of gets stuck there.
Oh well.
Nothing seems to have happened. You've just kind of got some wax on your quarterstaff, but Teapot can act if you'd like.
I don't think there's anything she can do, because, well, I don't want her to bite flaming hot wax, or get flaming hot wax stuck in her fur.
Yeah, so that's the biggest of our problems. Yeah, we could get killed by this golem. Oh, but I don't want my kitten to have wax on their fur.
Burning hot wax!
Yes, so will we.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to let it have another attack because it's up after Barlam, but alright.
Okay, I'll use,
No, too late!
claws.
Too late.
You said no!
Too late.
Can she actually attack like that? Or is she just a puddle at this point?
She can attack, but if she doesn't get out of your flaming sphere... Actually, does she take damage at the beginning of her turn for being in the flaming sphere, or is it at the beginning of Ed's turn?
No, but it's my turn now. It's my turn.
Barlam!
So basically, Barlam wipes the 8 to the power of 8, cursing himself silly because it has to be 1,000. So
Yep.
writes down 8, 8, 8 plus 8, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8.
Oh, what a shame. I wish you had done 8 to a power of 8. I could have hurt you then.
Oh, I took away your fun. I'm sorry.
You would have been hit by one of those traps on the door. But no, you got it right. You know your maths.
Pow.
To make 1,000 out of 8 8s is 888 plus 88 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8.
Yay.
Plus 8.
It was just common adding, not actually powers.
It specifically says so they add up to 1,000.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Finally.
So you do that, and you see all of the runes on the door kind of light up and then turn off, and the door unclicks itself.
He's surprised with himself, massively surprised. Wow. And just kicks the door open.
Okay, inside of this room you see a large and very tidy bedroom. There is a nice sized bed with a chest at the foot of the bed, a table for meals, a bookshelf, and a desk with a few notes on it, and some bottles of liquid on them. Clearly this must be the master bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm just going to light that up for you. Oh, and whilst you're at it, would you like to make me a perception check? See if you can hear all the commotion from downstairs.
I will. That's a natural 1.
You're so concentrated on this math
You're a
problem
death old
that
coot.
you're completely oblivious to the Doberman laughing his head off, Alpheus who's chanting out fire magic, and all the sounds of commotion going on downstairs.
It's a Tuesday. So what he will do instead is focus on a room and start looking for traps.
Okay, make me a perception check, and that will see you through the rest of this round.
16.
You don't see any further traps in this room.
Okay. I step in.
Okay, which moves us back to the golem.
Exploding Barlam.
So, the golem is currently affected by the slow spell, which means it can either move out the fire or it can make one last attack. It can't do both. Sod it, it's going to attack Berkeley. Berkeley just punched her, took out half her body. She's going to just hit him back. But despite her attempts to hit him, he's able to just block her attack, and he just kind of pushes her back, and you all watch her now as that was her last feigned attempt. She squelched against his chain shirt and then just kind of melts into a puddle on the floor. Melting! Because she takes fire damage because she's still inside the flaming sphere.
Well, that's one problem dealt with.
And that's initiative over.
What's the wizard with us called? Berkeley, isn't it?
Yes.
Berkeley, let me see your hand. What happened there?
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just punch some molten hot wax. What did you think would happen?
I hold his hand and cure light wounds.
Well, that's nice of you. Roll 1d8 plus 3, and that brings him up to full.
Nice.
So you remove the wax and any burning he got on his hand, and it just heals up nicely. He's like, oh, that feels as good as new. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, we should chase after Barlam then, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm really concerned. I heard fire, I heard so much up there, and I'm...
Clearly stuff was going on. First, the door. And then they spent the entire afternoon.
I left you a few traps, you fools.
The door is locked.
And there's a fire upstairs.
Oh, I don't know how to undo locks.
Berkeley just kind of cracks his knuckles and is like, Alpheus, you want to help me with this?
I was just about to say that you've got a punch wizard.
And you have a punch druid as well.
Yeah, so punch it down.
Oh, we gotta punch this door together.
Yes.
Damn straight.
Dog power! Fuck yeah.
Damn, dog. Oh, you squished the dog. No.
Okay, so you've got a strength of 17, don't you?
I think so.
Yes, he's got a strength of
Yes.
16. So,
I thought he was going to one-up him, like 18, haha.
Nah, I already did that with Eliso anyway. The one-upping's
He did
been
that
done.
so much.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to chuck your potion going, here, drink this.
Alpheus drinks it. He doesn't even question what it is, he drinks it.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah.
You die.
Yeah.
You take 10d6 damage.
Oh, he could survive.
Okay, you suddenly gain plus 4 points of strength as he gave you a potion of bull strength.
Bullshit.
No bull strength.
No, bull strength.
Okay.
He's like, alright, let's do this. So he's going to be aiding another. So you get a +2 to your check, and you get another +2 to your strength check from the strength potion he gave you. So roll your strength with +4 total on top of that.
That's not right.
You rolled an 11.
Wow. Strength results 56.
I punched the tower apart.
I'm a natural bodybuilder. A vegan bodybuilder.
One punch!
It's like a joke with One Punch Man.
Yeah.
You not only knock the door open, but the door flies off of its hinges through the wall, taking out the wall with it, and taking out all the scenery for a good couple of miles.
And flies through a couple of planes of existence. But that happens.
Takes out some blee things on him.
Esme's walking past at the time, and she explodes.
What, from a different time period as well?
No, between the two of you, you both stand up next to each other, and then you just spin round and side thrust kick the shit out of that door, and it just flings open.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you both land, you're back to back, cross your arms. It's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Super cool. Sunglasses. Berkeley always has sunglasses on hand, just in case.
Well, that works.
I bet he also has a gym bag all the time.
Let's go find your friend, who we will in fact now bounce back to. 'Cause whilst they were like kicking open doors and healing and being all stylish.
I'm looting things.
I'm just calling out, Barlam!
Do I hear it?
Roll me a perception check.
I can't hear you of the sound of how awesome I am. 25, I might.
You hear, Barlam, we killed the wax golem. She was really sweet, but she offered us black tea and we weren't having that. She didn't offer us any biscuits with our tea, so we killed her.
I shout back, how'd you get the door open? If it was cool, I wasn't there to see it, and I don't believe it if I didn't see it. And there's also a pile of burnt books left behind me, and I'm not a hater of texts. I'm not a religious fanatic, but sometimes you gotta burn books.
Well, where are you?
I'm upstairs, 2 flights up. I'm in the Major's bedroom. Ooh, there's porn in here.
Who is into some weird stuff.
Wizards. Always wizards.
You don't want to know the kind of things that they can conjure.
I loot about.
Loot. Are you looking over any of the notes, or are you just looking for anything of value?
First, I look for things of value.
Okay.
Because there might be something that should not be slipped through the wrong hands, like some of my party members.
You open up the chest first of all, because if there's going to be money, it's going to be in the chest.
Yeah.
And you find some nice wizard robes and a smaller chest full of coins and gems.
Yeah.
Roll me 2d4.
2d4. That's 8. Nice.
Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah.
Thank god you got that. So you find 800 gold pieces.
Ooh,
wow.
And roll me 10d10.
10d10. That's a 53. Very average. 5,300,000 gold pieces.
No, you find 53 platinum pieces.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to put these down in a group loot file.
Loot.
Blurtiderb.
So you got 800 gold, 53 platinum, and everyone was supposed to be in here, so I think I'll let other people make rolls when we get to some certain items, but for now, roll me another 3d100.
9, 90 and 50. That's a good spread. That should be an armor and a wand and a scroll.
You've been doing this for too many years.
Have I? Nah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nah, he doesn't know what he's rolling for yet.
But I think I know I'm rolling for item categories.
No, you're rolling for gemstones.
What? Then I was wrong. Then it's a 10 gold gem and
You found a piece of amber,
a small pearl and...
a deep blue spinel,
Okay.
and a garnet.
I got appraise 2 ranks.
You do. Roll me an appraise.
I rolled 12.
You rolled poorly.
Oh, they are gems. I put them in the bag.
Roll me 3 separate sets of 2d4.
6, 7 and 6. Almost the number of the beast.
The number of the beast is now 676.
No, it was almost the number of the beast. You have to listen more carefully, Ed.
No, I'm changing the number of the beast to
Oh.
676.
You are changing it. Oh, the war has changed.
Roll me one more d100, please.
That's a 90.
A 90. You also find a topaz, so roll me another 2d4, please.
That's a 7. I cannot roll low now.
Well, good. That was a value roll of the gem.
Yeah. And now it's 700 gold, isn't it? Oh, shit.
7 times...
They aren't the crystal gems.
Wow.
They will never save the day.
Oh.
Okay, so your appraise check wasn't very good, so we'll worry about those later.
I'll go and pay some jeweler to look at them.
Okay, so next, I want everyone in the party to roll me a d100, please.
Everybody.
Everybody.
That's 100. Whoop.
Ooh, nice.
That's 61.
Oh, it's gonna be a wondrous time.
100,
Aw.
61,
And 16. Wow, that's a spread.
and a 35 for what's-his-face? Snork.
Burglar? Oh, you mean the goblin.
I can pretend to be Snork.
That's like the older brother of Snork.
Twermus, that 100 you rolled.
Mm-mm.
So, looking around for things of value, you find a painting of a member of royalty that's done by a master of painting. So,
Oh, it's like an art object. Oh.
an art object of extreme quality and value. It's a big painting, but if you can get that back to probably Bathmont would be the best place to sell it, you can make good money on that because you recognize the artist's signature and you know that this is going to sell well.
Yeah. How big is it?
Pretty big.
Like, is it 6 feet by 4 feet or actually something transportable?
No, I'm going to be a jerk and make it as big as possible.
Okay.
I mean, you just basically rolled for an item that's worth more money than like all of those gems that you just got combined, so it's going to be hard to move.
Actually, I could do what a lot of art thieves have done in the past. Cut the frame off and roll it up.
Yeah, you could. Do you want to risk damaging it and decreasing its value?
Would it fit in Snork's bag?
He does have a bag of holding.
Does he?
Yes, it's got Esme's corpse in it.
But it doesn't, I'm more concerned about, the width of the opening for the bag because that's not infinite.
That is true. Okay, you also find a very well decorated platinum plate.
I do.
So that is what Ed just rolled for.
Oh.
But you're the one looting the place, so Barlam's the one who finds it.
Well, to finish the painting thing, because there's bound to be like fine sheets on that fine bed.
Damask sheets.
Right.
Yep.
I use all of those sheets to buffer the painting and protect it. Tie those sheets carefully around the painting.
Yeah, that should keep it for now.
And I've got silk cord or silk rope to tie it up.
Nice.
Yeah, and now it's ready for transport.
Okay, so the other artistic items that you find are the platinum plate, a golden decanter with grapevine patterns on it, and a chess set where the pieces are made out of gold and mithril.
Ooh.
So, Mr. Thief has just had probably the best haul of his life.
If I were playing AD&D, I would get 2 EXP for all the gold value that I just found.
Per gold point, yeah.
Yeah, I should get about like 30,000 XP or something.
Yeah, he'd probably now be level 7 or something, because rogues level very quickly.
So that's 3 items, but we rolled 4 times there.
Yeah, the painting, the plate, the grapevine decanter, and the chess set.
Silly boy.
Mr. Decanter.
Mr. Silly Boy. So, is there anything else in the room besides the art objects and the gems and the money?
There were 4 potions on the desk. They're kind of like this brown coloured, but they've got labels on them that clearly say Cosmic Mutation, safe.
The best flavour.
So, Cosmic Mutation,
Yes.
It's important to know what the colon denominates here. If it's gonna Cosmic Mutate my colon, no please. Anyway, I take all the potions in my bag. Is there any other things?
That seems to be, from looking at my notes, all of the items in this room. Yes, and this is around the time the rest of the party show up.
I'm nonchalantly carrying the huge painting. Oh, hello.
The rest of you have run past the laboratory that I mentioned. Those abomination creatures are still in that central blood-covered room.
Did they do anything about the fire?
The fire would be pretty easy to put out.
We do have crate water.
Is it easy though?
Yeah.
Okay, like an oil fire though? It was oil that I was setting on fire.
It wasn't a massive amount of oil, though.
Yeah, and there's also a library.
Yeah, but you didn't do it at the bookshelves. You did it at the staircase.
Okay, just saying.
A stone staircase is going to be less flammable than a bookshelf.
Yeah, but also an oil fire. But yeah, anyway, I'll trust you.
We'd be able to climb the edge of the staircase if need be.
Well, you can put it out.
I'm assuming at least one of them has a spell that they can use.
As they come up the stairs, I'm trying to get the huge painting out of the door. Hello, guys. I just found things in the room.
Dare I ask?
I'm clinking. Clink, chink,
Of course
jingle.
you are.
Hello. I found nothing of true interest to you, such as yourself spiritual folk.
Yeah, right.
I did find a couple thousand gold.
No!
I did.
It means you found the motherlode, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, right, you found a couple thousand gold. No, he found nothing. That's right, you can't have anything.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, right. But anyway, of course you'd be rummaging around for loot, but we really should be looking for the source of the problem in here.
There's notes on the table, and I think the source of the problem is that magic circle in the floor below us.
Yeah, I saw that on the way up. I decided to ignore it.
I decided to run from them because the books attacked me.
Berkeley standing at the bottom of the stairs just looking at the animals. He really wants to beat them up. He's like, Alpheus.
No!
Alpheus.
No, Mr. Berkeley!
Alpheus.
Stay away, Mr. Berkeley.
That thing, it looks like a squirrel.
I tell the dogs, psych, and point at the animals.
It looks like a squirrel, Alpheus.
Do it.
No, at times like this, Mr. Berkeley, you need to think about other things, like playing in the snow.
Why? Why should you not destroy the monsters?
Because it's in a small part of the room that's kind of cut off from the rest within a big blooded circle. That doesn't seem great to me.
Oh, maybe I look at Berkeley and say, maybe if you disrupted the magic circle, if it's like a summoning circle thing, I guess?
Oh, they are most certainly bound to the circle. That much is obvious, yes.
No, but is that same circle like the summoning circle or something?
I won't know without getting a closer look at it. Amy, you're the one who said that you're good at this sort of thing. She's like, no, I don't think this is the rift itself.
Yeah, Amy, tell us more about your masterful void magic stuff.
Yeah, you rift walkers.
If it was a rift, then you would generally be able to see the other world on the other side of it. Kind of like a torn painting almost, where you can see into it.
So let's go upstairs first and handle these animals later, because they're still bound in that circle.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Barlam.
Is there anything else of interest in the room?
There was a few notes on the table. I didn't take them yet.
Okay. Alpheus goes over to the notes then. Curious as
Maybe
well.
the mage people would like to take a look, because I don't have arcane aptitude yet. I don't know a bit about arcana.
Uh-huh.
I can just cast a few cantrips. maybe.
Okay, so this is written in common. You are able to read it, and they just appear to be kind of like log entries. The first set of notes says that the experiments were a success, and that he has successfully isolated the mutagenic properties within the cosmic energy and refined it into a solution that would be safe for a person to drink, bestowing only beneficial qualities to that subject. He concludes that he has reported his findings to his boss and is awaiting a response, but is extremely optimistic.
Yeah, so Alpheus just relays the details of the note to everyone.
Okay, so there's someone else involved in this.
I guess the boss could be the weird creature at the other end of the telephone, and he's just doing studies on this plane of existence on mortal animals and people and stuff, and relaying those notes to his master. That's my guess.
So, there is a second set of notes. These ones are scribbled more hastily. It talks about the containment spells that are being placed upon the rift weakening, and the cosmic energies spreading out beyond the tower, corrupting the lake. He's tried to reinforce the wards, but the rift has grown large enough for alien entities to come through, and he couldn't get close enough. Therefore, he chose to seal the basement to keep the monsters trapped, and has decided to meet up with the boss in person to ask for the help of their order. Hopefully, by bringing the sample of potions, will please the boss, and he'll be able to get the help he needs to deal with this rift.
Is there any notes on who the boss is?
Not in here. There were only 2 sets of notes, but the lab was covered in notes.
Do you mean the summoning circle thing?
Yeah, the lab in the previous floor, the desks there near the summoning circle are covered in notes.
Right, so let's check upstairs first, I think, and then go back to the lab and kill the monsters, check the notes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then go to the basement. Yay!
Barlam, did you find any potions here?
I did. 4 cosmic colon potions.
Oh, the ones that mutate your colon, right?
He says this with a straight face. Or is it cosmic cologne? I don't know.
Oh, we should try some at some point.
Yeah, we
If
should.
it's a cologne.
Yeah, but I show like 4 vials of weird brown stuff.
The potions are labelled Cosmic Mutation, safe.
Oh, it's brown flavour. I hate brown flavour.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's got a bit of umami and salt, but otherwise it's just like gravy granules.
Vinegar or something.
Blech, and fats, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. It could be good, but it's usually just kind of lukewarm.
Yeah. Alright then, I guess we'll head upstairs.
Let's go. I check for traps on the way up. Checking traps for 24.
Nice. On the way up to and including on the 4th floor, you don't notice any traps. What are you doing for a light source now that you broke your lantern?
I look at Berkeley or Barkley? Should he be Barkley because he's a dog?
No, it's Berkeley.
Okay.
But when he came up with his name as an animus, he did take that into consideration.
That's enough for me. So I try to concentrate on my meager magical ability, which I've learned to conjure light.
Yeah, that's fine. You can cast light on an object.
Wow! I cast it on a pebble and carry it.
So you head up to the 4th floor, which appears to be an apprentice's quarters with 3 small bedrooms. 2 of the rooms are open and seem to have been destroyed, whilst the 3rd has a closed door. You hear a muffled sound from behind it that sounds almost like sobbing.
Firstly, which is more important to Barlam, I show to Alpheus and Frieda and Snork and Berkeley that, look, I made light!
Yes.
Hey! Good job.
And then look at the door and, oh, right, go to the door and start checking if it's closed or locked or something.
Okay, it appears to be locked.
I pick at it deftly, like I'd pick at my nose. 14.
I'm going to say that the lock doesn't open, not at this time.
I look at Alpheus and Berkeley and say, punch dogs? Psych! Door!
Punch dog time! Pack punch, we call it.
Oh, pack punch. Oh, you pack a punch because there's 2 of you and you're a pack and...
Yeah.
That's cool. Punch dogs! Assemble!
Okay, so Alpheus gets into position.
Berkeley, you too.
For our listeners, Snork is here. So Snork, you've been outside either having a smoke, getting some fresh air, or doing whatever. You look inside to the 1st floor and you see that all of your friends are gone. A door has been completely busted off of its hinges and there is a giant puddle of melted wax on the floor.
And some teacups.
Yeah, you're trying to just stop your dog from being able to escape.
At least 20 minutes have passed then.
While having a smoke and, grumbling out of the side of his mouth like, oh come on.
There we go, there it is.
You hear, in fact, at this point, the sound of another door being shattered off of its hinges as the two animus have just basically kicked this door down.
Punch.
Guys, wait for me!
Get upstairs, Snork.
I run after them.
You'll probably get to them because they're on the 4th floor now.
Isn't it 3rd floor?
Depends if you're American or not.
In English terms.
Yeah, sorry, you are right. They're on the 3rd floor.
Because the bottom one is 0.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, and Americans are wrong.
They're wrong about a lot of things.
Ooh, controversial.
Like their choice of president.
Wow, that was like a complete tumbleweed moment.
Pack punch.
You kick open the door and you see on the other side a horrid mass of eyes and mouths and formless flesh that stares in all directions. Its countless maws yammer ceaselessly as it lunges viciously towards you.
That's horrible.
I'm just clasping my mouth in horror.
Roll initiative.
All of us.
Everyone. Well, unless you don't want to fight this thing. I mean, if you want to watch your friends die.
Yeah, Alpheus just sits this one out. No, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't.
I got a 9 plus... I'm on 14 altogether.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.01.
My rolled a 19.07.
How'd you get 0.1?
It's if two people roll the same thing. Whoever gets the higher point decimal goes first.
So Frieda got a +3 on hers, so that means you've got a 6.
I got 14 in total.
14 in total on Snork, who isn't on the initiative tracker yet. Let's add you there. Snork's gonna run in and save the day, having missed half of the fight.
I'm like fully healed, fully energized. Like, yeah! I'm high off something I smoked.
Looks horrible.
Yeah, gibbering mouth.
Okay, so Barlam, you're up first.
I shoot at it with my bow, like, nope. I take a 5-foot step and shoot.
Okay.
Bam, that's a 12.
It is flat-footed, but that, I'm afraid, isn't enough.
Am I actually shooting from, like, invisible or hidden? Because he couldn't see me before the door was opened.
Even with the bonus from that, it wouldn't be enough, I'm afraid.
What? Oh well, I continue my movement like, no, I actually can't because I'm in a 5-foot step.
Yeah, nope. You just see as you shoot your bolt into the arrow into the mass, and it gets stuck and just kind of slowly gets absorbed like the thing.
I puke a bit in my mouth.
Alpheus and Snuffles, you're up.
Yeah, so paint me a word picture here. What kind of room is this? Is this like a funnel room?
Yes, it is. It is about 25 foot long, and from where he's standing is about 18 foot across, so you could have a person either side of him.
Okay, so Alpheus goes in first then. Goes into the room and he's going to jump on this bed.
Okay.
And just continues jumping there.
Yeah, and just jumps like a little kid. And he goes to attack this thing with...
Extreme prejudice.
He's going to use Thunder Stomp. Yeah, trip on creature within range.
What's the range? Because if you run right next to him, he'll get an attack of opportunity. Oh no, he's flat-footed. He hasn't acted yet, so he doesn't yet. So yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I've never used this attack before, so it's interesting.
Okay, so attempt a trip, but you use your base attack bonus. You can use your caster level, and instead of strength, you can use your wisdom. So roll a d20 plus 4.
D20 plus 4. 10.
It says here can't be tripped. You thunderstomp him and his shapeless, formless mass just kind of quivers and wobbles like jelly, or jello for our American listeners who are still stuck around.
Alpheus kind of wrinkles his nose at that.
And yeah, he's just kind of gibbering and yammering along.
Okay.
What will Snuffles do?
So Snuffles bounds in on the other side and tries to bite that thing in a place where there's no mouth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so proper little flanking position going on there. Oh, I always forget Snuffles' thing's a bit different. His character sheet. There we go. Attack with your bite.
Okay, and he gets flanking on that, so he does hit. He does 3 damage. So Snuffles sinks his fangs into this creature, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Huh.
It's such a gelatinous mess that his teeth can't really find much to sink into. It just kind of flubs away around his teeth and just kind of drips back into his mass.
Pleasant.
We might need fire.
He has damage resistance.
No.
Wow.
Well, he may have damage resistance, but can we, help that resistance by making him greasy and more flammable?
Well, like I said, damage resistance, that's against being bitten at least.
Well, that's my turn, I guess.
So, Snork, you come rushing up the stairs now. You've been running and running and running full speed. You have no idea what's going on. And you're like, hi guys, what have I missed?
That I point.
Oh, squidgy things.
Do you want to roll me a knowledge arcana check to see what you know?
Oh God, what have I done here? 8.
You don't have the foggiest idea what this is.
It's too dark to tell.
In fact, because it's so gelatinous, it could be like a gelatinous cube. You've heard those things exist. It's not quite cube-shaped.
I'm glad it was my Arcana check and not my attack roll.
You spire.
So, yes, Snork, what would you like to do?
In D&D, I'm used to having an action, a movement, and a minor. What's the difference?
You get a standard, a move, and a swift. So that's basically the exact same thing.
Right.
So you've used your move just getting here, by the way.
Yep.
And I don't think right now you have much that you
Can I do?
The cha-cha.
The cha-cha slide.
Yeah.
How have I? So I'm at the door, basically, aren't I?
You're at the stairwell.
So I can't move. Right.
You are 25 feet away from it, so all of your close range and longer spells will work.
Oh, cone. What does cone do? Let's see.
Makes a lovely ice cream cone.
It will generally hit all creatures within a cone effect, allies included.
Oh.
If you're looking at something like Burning Hands. You have a Wand of Magic Missile, that never misses.
Oh yeah, it never misses, but it's got a charge. I've never used it yet. I do magic missile.
You've got 50 charges, but because it's a low level wand, it only does 1d4 plus 1 damage. But it's a guaranteed hit.
It's a guaranteed hit. How do I roll? Can I roll that off the character sheet or not?
Just roll 1d4 plus 1.
Oh right, yeah, that's the point.
So you hit it for 4 points of damage as you shoot a arcane bolt of energy straight towards it. I hope it doesn't have spell resistance. Nope, it doesn't. Good. So this thing will be too powerful if that were the case.
Nom nom nom.
So you're the first one to hurt it.
Woohoo! Sorry, it's taking me a while to get back into this, huh?
That's alright.
I don't think we've actually done a combat situation with you and Pete at all, thinking about it.
No, I'm not sure because the last one was at Mutton Castle.
The only thing that has been turn-based has been the chase, and then the chase on the rooftops where I came in at the end.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
It's got an ability called Engulf and I just was reading it.
Oh, that sounds...
What's classed as my minors then?
I don't think you have any spells that you can use as a swift action. A lot of things like, say,
Acrobatic high heels. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
right now at this level, there's not really much one can do as a swift action.
Can I prepare myself into a running position?
I guess.
Will that give me a bonus?
For what? Are you running away? Are you running at it?
Running at it.
Depends what you want to do, but I'll say that you kind of crouch yourself down, ready to sprint straight for it.
How far can I move?
As a goblin, I think you've got a shorter movement speed than everyone else, don't you?
Yeah.
So you move 20 foot, it's 25 feet away, but you can charge it, so you'll move 40 feet and you get an extra +2 to any attacks that you make, but you take a -2 to your armor class.
Nah, I'll be fine. I have a plan.
Should we go for Alpheus or go for Snuffles? Now, if I go for Snuffles, we could have a repeat of the time that Snuffles fell into a bush and died, which would be hilarious.
Didn't quite die, but almost.
You know what? So far, neither of you have proven to be a bigger threat than the other, so I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3 is Snuffs, 4 to 6 is Alpheus. It's Snuffles. Oh, better yet, it has 6 bite attacks.
Oh, wow.
It's going to make 3 against both of you then.
Dang.
6 bite attacks. That's a bit.
Bitey.
Ooh,
What?
Gosh. So, I'm going to re-roll that, see if that is a crit, because these all have +7 to them, just so you know.
What?
That's 3 hits with 1 crit. 4 hits.
Yep.
16, 20, 12, 16. That's 19 d12.
Yeah, it is. Alpheus's armor class is quite high, though.
Is it 19?
Not high enough, no.
No.
So both Alpheus and Snuffles take 2 hits. One of the hits on Snuffles is a crit, though. Fortunately, it only does 1d4 damage. So Alpheus, you take 5 damage as 2 of its mouths bite hold of you, and Snuffles takes 8 damage.
Nom, 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 nom.
And also, Ed, what is the combat maneuver defense of you and Snuffles? Because it gets to make a grab attack on each of these bites that hit.
This is like the bush thing again. Yes.
So it gets a +7 on grab attack, so let's see. Snuffles has definitely been grabbed, Alpheus has not.
Okay.
Can this thing grab multiple people?
It can, yes. Because it's essentially just this horrible blob of mouth and limbs.
Nice.
Yeah, so it can kind of grab everything.
He is hungry for dog.
Apparently so.
Ah, hot dog, eh?
Hot dog.
Okay, so that's it for now. It's made 2 attacks on each of you, and it's currently got hold of Snuffles. Frieda, you're up.
Okay, so the creature's grabbed a hold of someone then.
It's got the dog.
So I'm not sure if I can make this attack. I'm kind of stuck.
What are you wanting to use?
I was going to do aggressive thunderclap. Greater.
Greater Thunderclap.
Thundercloud, that was it.
Aggressive Thundercloud. Greater is a 4th level druid spell, so you're not using Greater, you'll be using the normal one.
Oh, I thought I had that. Sorry,
No,
my mistake.
the regular Aggressive Thundercloud's a level 2 ability though, so that would be fine. And it's a 5-foot sphere effect, so you'd be able to hit him and just him.
Okay, so just the target.
So you're going to cast Aggressive Thundercloud. So
Yep.
a crackling spherical storm cloud flies in whichever direction you point and deals electricity damage to those it strikes. Okay, it makes a reflex save to negate the damage. Let's see, what does it need to roll?
Dice.
Okay, and what is the DC of the spell? So,
3d6 apparently.
no, I mean the difficulty check. So what you're needing to roll to beat it. On your 2nd level spells, it's a 15, so that is a hit. You're able to roll your damage then.
Okay, what do I roll first then?
3d6 apparently.
Okay.
Thunder. Thunder.
And it will last for 3 rounds, so you can keep moving it to hit this thing for another 3d6 damage per round. Ooh, nice damage. And that is a total of 14 damage as a cloud of lightning and electricity, much like Alpheus' flaming sphere earlier, just engulfs the gibbering creature and just starts electrocuting it constantly. That was a good hit there.
Cloud and lightning together. That's a true Final Fantasy.
Now, does that not affect the dog?
No, because the dog's still technically in his own square until this thing's next turn and it gets to use its engulf ability.
Right.
So the dog lucked out here. Amy's up next and she's like, okay guys, hold on, I'm just gonna call in the cavalry, and she's gonna start casting a spell, and behind the creature you see a small doorway to another world as Owl with stunning golden magical feathers just flies out. It's about the size of a person and it's going to make an attack on the creature.
Wow. No, that's a pigeon.
But I'm afraid it doesn't help very much, as this thing is just so hard to hit.
Owl failure.
Seems so.
But you now have a giant owl helping you out as well.
Can we call it Snuffles, the 3rd?
The sniffles.
Snuffed it.
So Berkeley's up next,
Please, Berkeley, do something.
and he's just like, okay, I think I'm going to use Snowball Fist. As his knuckle dusters just kind of cover itself in snow as he's charging the attack. It looks like he's casting the snowball spell, but he's punching them as well. And because the owl's there, he gets flanking, so that's nice. Shame I'm not rolling well. Against his armor class. That doesn't hit. So he rushes forward and with his snowball fist tries to punch the gibbering creature and is unable to get a hit on it as its body just kind of moves and contorts, and he's trying not to hit the grappled pup. Oh, also, I just realised your 2 other mages went, so let's give them knowledge arcana checks. Yeah, Amy knows what this is. Amy tells you this thing is a gibbering mouther. The things you really need to know at this point in time is that it is able to heal itself by draining the blood off of people. It can engulf them when it's got hold of them. Slashing and piercing weapons don't really do anything to it, and it's because it doesn't really have a proper anatomy, getting like critical or precision hits on it doesn't seem to work either. So you can't score crits or do sneak attacks on it.
Right.
But you can use bludgeoning to get past its damage resistance, and it has no special defense against magic, so that's a good way to go. So Barlam, you're up.
I take out my mace
Okay.
and I walk up to it and bonk it.
Bonk.
Okay.
That's a 9. I don't bonk it.
No, I'm afraid you also miss this thing as it's just wobbling around and just jiggling.
I sigh heavily. Why did we come to this floor again? I asked myself.
It was your idea.
Yeah, it was, but I thought there would be something else, but impossible to kill monsters.
Alpheus, you're up.
Right. Okay, so attacking it isn't very effective.
Kill it.
Yeah,
But it does have your dog.
it does.
Attacking it's not effective, but it has your dog.
Oh no, that makes it all different. Attacking still doesn't work.
Oh, is it actually possible to help free Snuffles at all?
You can spend your round to try and free him, yes.
Oh,
Just
but-
bludgeon the monster.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not spending my round doing it. That's all I can do at this stage. Yeah, attack with bludgeon. Well, sickle really.
Do you not have like a shillerlag or something?
He has a shield. You could shield bash it.
I can shield bash.
Yeah, it'll be less effective than using your sickle because you're not properly trained in shield bash. But yeah, you can shield bash
Yeah, then I'll bash it with my shield.
because you've got a heavy shield, don't you?
Sometimes I forget I even have that shield. Heavy wooden shield.
Heavy shield, 1d4 damage plus strength.
Well, I'll be.
If you hit.
You have to roll to hit, and remember you gain a +2 for your increased strength. So roll a d20 plus 5, base attack bonus is 2, so +7.
Right.
Is it not a flanking bonus though? But that doesn't matter.
Snuffles isn't really providing a flanking bonus at this time.
Oh yeah.
Ah, no, that's a miss. Has anyone used their hero points this level?
I don't remember I had one.
You know what? Sod it. You guys went out of your way to kill Esme, who was, as far as you guys are aware or concerned, a notorious villain. So you all got a hero point for that. So just letting you know going forward, you can use that to re-roll a roll or increase the modifier of the roll.
I never had one anyway.
If you had one anyway, then you'll have 2.
Yeah.
Snuffles is up. Snuffles will need to try and make probably an escape artist check because he's trained in that.
Yep.
After last time.
Last time. Oh.
Last time Snuffles got grappled, you were just like, right, we need to teach you how to get out of these things.
Let's speed up a bit, will we? Thank you. It's going a bit slow.
It is, but there's so many characters in this fight, it can only go as fast as each person can do it.
Yeah.
So that's a 12 for escape artist.
That, I'm afraid, isn't enough either. So Snuffles remains captured. Snork, you're up. Oh, one thing you can do with a hero point is use it to get a second action.
Fantastic. Does I charge and use my hero point, I grease it.
Oh, and that will give Snuffles a chance to be dropped.
Okay, hold on, let me roll for a d20. 17.
Yep, it is greased. It is going to make a reflex save. You can't trip it because it's basically just a blob, but it will still need to make a reflex check or it will drop Snuffles.
Now, since it is greased, it is now flammable. Has it dropped Snuffles?
No, it rolled very well.
Well, I use burning hands and touch it. Sorry, Snuffles.
Okay, so it's a cone effect. The way you can aim it is
That's
you
a
run-
missed 20 because that doesn't apply. He only rolls a save. Also, I hate to be a stickler, but didn't he already do an action?
Yeah, he's using a hero point to get a second action.
Oh, right.
So it's greased up, is it?
Yep,
Isn't it only a saving throw for the gibbering mouther to avoid the fire?
to take half damage.
Yeah, but it's still flammable. Grease.
Yep, and that actually failed, so yes.
I don't understand what's happened now.
Your Burning Hand spell,
Yeah.
you get a reflex save to dodge the spell. That's why he just made a reflex save.
Right.
He failed his save, which means he'll now take the full brunt of the damage of the spell.
Right.
Because he's got grease, this spell's going to do extra damage and will inflict a burning effect, so he'll take additional damage each turn.
Oh, fabulous.
So normally you would roll 3d4 damage for your level. I'm going to let you roll double that.
You can roll 64 as one dice roll. No,
Ah,
not 6 rolls.
okay.
It's like watching a person painfully pick up 1d4, roll it 6 times.
Oh, I can do it on advanced rolls. I see, yeah. Sorry.
You hit it for 14 damage as it now bursts into flames and lets out this horrible screeching sound as it's just like kind of wobbling and vibrating.
It really is like the thing. But also, doesn't Snuffles get burned as well?
When this thing engulfs Snuffles this turn, Snuffles will take fire damage as well.
Okay.
Fire Wolfie.
In my defense, it didn't have Snuffles at the time.
did.
At the
No.
time.
It did.
Yes. It had grappled Snuffles, but it hadn't engulfed him yet.
But in your defense, you're a goblin, so you don't care.
I used a hero point because I was being a hero.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
To be honest, that was the best hit anyone's done so far.
Yep. So this thing now gets to make an engulf attack.
But also gets fire damage.
Yep, so Snuffles gets one more attempt to get out of this, but first, let's roll for fire damage. Roll another 2d4, Snork.
Without being a bit of a knob, does the grease affect Snuffles?
he already made a check to see if he could drop Snuffles, but he successfully kept hold of him, because he's kind of holding on to Snuffles with his teeth, so the grease doesn't really help there.
Oh, shit.
No, but I meant that if Snuffles is greased as well, so is he not burning? But anyway, yeah.
But anyway, this thing's now took some more damage from the fire. It seems to be in quite a severely bad state now. You're doing very well against it. But it gets to make one more attack against Snuffles. So that is 1d20 plus 7. That's a success. How much hit points does Snuffles have?
Not enough.
24 I've got written down here. Altogether, that is.
Okay, so he can survive this, but it's going to be a close one. So you will watch as this thing leans back, opening its mouth wider, and starts swallowing Snuffles whole. And you hear Snuffles is just whimpering and yelping and trying to escape as this thing's just swallowing it whole. And Snuffles is taken down to 1 hit point.
Bye, Snuffles.
He's not dead yet, but he has been just swallowed by this thing.
We can cut him out.
He can cut himself out if he's got time. But yeah, that is its turn. As far as the rest of you are aware, Snuffles might well be dead. Alpheus, who shares a spiritual bond with him, knows that he is still hanging in there. So, Frieda, you are up. This thing is nearly dead. If you can take it out quickly, you might be able to save the wolf.
It's also burning.
Didn't it take ongoing damage from her attack anyway?
It did, yes.
Did we roll for that before?
Yes, that's why I made you roll another 2d4.
No, hers, not mine. Joe's. Didn't she have a thunder damage as well?
Isn't that ongoing?
Yeah, Joe did. She can choose to use that again to hit him, yes.
But didn't she have ongoing thunder damage?
Give me a second.
How many spells a day do I have left?
You know that storm that you summoned? That storm is still there. It deals damage every time it strikes the creature. You can move it as a move action out of the square and then move it back in. So basically, what you can say is you can give up your move action to do another 3d6 damage to it, and you'll still have your standard action to try and make another attack.
Okay, but would that use another spell point?
No, because the spell has already been cast. It's still on the field.
Okay, I will do that then.
So it gets a reflex save against it. Oh, reflex negates. It manages to somehow avoid the Thunderball this time, but you still have your standard action. So if you have, another spell, Snowball or something, you could still go for it.
What other spells did I have in my daily spell list? I can't remember.
How close are you to me? Very far away. Is he a D4 away from damage?
Away from defeat?
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Okay.
It is very close. Probably a bit more than a D4, but not much more.
I'm trying to think what other spells I have.
I don't know, you could send Teapot after him. It's sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
I know, but would Teapot be able to try and wrestle the wolf out of their grasp?
It can hit it. You also have precise shots, so you can make a longbow shot into that crowd and not risk hitting your friends.
Okay, I'll try with my bow. That's all I can do.
Okay.
What do I roll?
D20 plus 5. Oh my god. Okay, no, that's a miss. You can still make Teapot run in there to try and help if you'd like.
She would have to attack it to try and get the wolf off. Okay, can I use acid more? No, I can't.
No, you've used your actions. All Teapot can do this turn is run over to it and make a bite attack.
What about swipe attack?
It could swipe instead, but because he's moving, it can only make one attack, so the bite does more damage.
I'll do swipe rather than bite.
Okay, so roll a d20, add 6. That's still not enough, I'm afraid. You swipe at it with Teapot's claws, but you're unable to get a hit. So Amy's up. Eidolon will attack. Oi! There we go. Oh no, he doesn't take crit damage, does he? I specifically stated that at the start of the battle.
But he's greased up. Come on.
Oh, fuck's sake. So the owl starts ripping into it with its talons. Actually, no, it's making a slam attack, sorry. He's going to slam its body into the creature, knowing that bludgeoning's better than anything else at this time.
Boom.
Okay, that's that. Berkeley's going to hold his action. He's got something in mind. Barlam, you're up.
I'm gonna try and smack him. Am I flanking?
You are. You're flanking with Teapot.
Give him a really hard smack.
You've been a naughty boy.
So that's a 24.
Oh, plus you get the +2 anyway, but that's a definite hit.
3 whole damage.
Oh gosh.
Can you hear my palpitating excitement?
You strike this thing as it quivers and shakes, and it is deflating rapidly. It's biting less, it's kind of moving less. It is bleeding from all over. It's a mess, honestly. This thing, it shouldn't exist, and you're very close to stopping it from existing. Alpheus, you're up.
I'm gonna whack it with my shield again.
Okay.
Bonk.
D20 plus 7, was it?
Is that what I said? Yeah, probably, yeah, because you've got your strength bonus.
Fine. 18.
That is a hit.
Huzzah.
Describe to me how you wish to finish this thing off.
Alpheus lifts his heavy wooden shield up, and depending how tall this creature is, I'm going to say it is relatively tall. Alpheus is standing on the bed. He actually smooshes his shield down on top of it.
Okay, so as you club it over the top with your shield, and club it, and club it, and club it, you just keep beating and beating and beating as it squirms and flails and shrieks, and it just eventually spits Teapot out and just keeps squirming and squealing.
It's not Teapot in there.
Snuffles, sorry. Keeps beating and beating until it finally stops moving, and all you've got is this bloody mess of corpses.
Smushing it down over and over again like a big old printing press shield.
He's a fearsome warrior, straight out of Wolf Hill.
Yeah.
And now that you look at it, it does kind of look like a whole bunch of people that's kind of been amalgamated into one monstrosity. Maybe that's where this guy's apprentices went.
I vomit once again into my mouth.
And well done! You've defeated a very high-level monster, actually.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I basically run up to Snuffles to see the damage.
Snuffles is on 1 hit point. He's next to death.
Yeah.
I pick him up and cure light wounds.
Okay.
Alpheus runs over to Snuffles and licks his face. Why not?
Oh, you don't want to lick that?
Yeah, I do.
That was bad.
Joe, roll 1d8 plus 3. Okay, so Snuffles still isn't in great shape, but he doesn't look as messed up as he had before.
Messed up. And after Snuffles is all healed up, Alpheus will look at the desk nearby, pull out a quill, some ink, and decide to write a letter, because why not?
But yes, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. As I said, you guys have managed to successfully clear out 3.5 floors of this place. Next time, you'll be reaching the rift, because that's more or less all I've got left.
Okay.
Though, it's funny that you guys left the lab, which I specifically said had arcane knickknacks in it, so I guess we're going to have to roll for that sooner or later, if you guys decide to go looting that place.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
But regardless, congratulations everyone from a job very well done.
Dear Arthur Digby, greetings, non-Doge man. It is I, Alpheus, your lovable rescued farmland hand. It has been a while since I left your farm on the outskirts of Wolf Hill, so I figured I'd write you an update to my goings-on. After all, you did always care for my well-being as you slumped in your armchair, cool drink in hand, watching me keep pests away from your livestock in the blazing summer sun. Do you remember that time Mistress Coira sent old Abra after you because you had me steal her special stash of hash? And I jumped in the way of his fangs to save your life? I was in intensive care for almost a month. How we laughed. Well, how you laughed. They were good times. Anyway, I thought you should know that old Abra and I met recently, telling me I should return back to Wolf Hill lest Mistress Coira destroy me. When I drop by in the future, I shall also like to pop in the farm and see how you're doing. Oh, and that Josh Mackenzie fellow, if that lazy orc is still under your care. I'm telling you now, Digby, that one's no good. He may be a lad of few words, but he's certainly no Alpheus. I don't know why you felt the need to replace me when I let you know I was leaving. You found him in just a couple of hours, before I'd even left. I do apologize for leaving so quickly though, but Mistress Coira had to be left in the dark. Speaking of my journey, I'm starting to find out more about who I was in my past life. Remember how I kept having all those nightmares about a strange woman, and how I would wake up in the night and how you would try to beat the nightmares out of me? Well, turns out that female was Cassandra Noctura, some sort of relative of mine. Isn't that exciting? Once I'm back, maybe we can have a drink at Vanilla Campbell's Tavern, the Mad at Bray. Then I can tell you all about the Legion of Apprentices I just squashed. From your dear adopted Dogeman's son, Alpheus Digby. P.S. I found out my real name is Smaz Noctura. See, this journey wasn't a waste of time like you said it would be. Hello, Edgar here for some post-podcast credits. First up we have Bing Bang Bong by Dave James and Keith Beauvais, followed by Jazz Funk by Stefsax Awel. Then in chronological order we have Grimrock Escape by Sergey Gdanian, Myst on the Moor by Kevin MacLeod, Thunderbird by Kevin MacLeod, Frothy Coffee, Barlam's Battle Tune by Robert Northcott, Devastaton and Revenge, also by Kevin MacLeod, Rise of the Heroes by Voytek Pavlik, Speed Chase by Alex Lisi, Seeking Loot by Aaron Spencer, Private Reflection by Kevin MacLeod, From Rimentus, A Passing Storm by Natentine, and finally the Moonlight Huntress, The Battle with the Gibbering Malfa by Peter Crowley. The effects are by the Guild of Ambience, the MSSoundeffects and myself. Most tracks are free to use or have had payment for usage, although some fall under Creative Commons CC BY NC ND license. Now it's Steve time!
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to the Band of Bothers podcast. If you enjoyed the show and want to be really awesome, please leave a review to let others know how much you enjoyed it. We're still a really small podcast, so this will help us get noticed by more people and help us grow. You can also spread the love by tweeting about us using the Band of Bothers hashtag and let all your followers know about how awesome or stupid you think we are. Fun fact, I am really bad at coming up with names for the NPC characters, so if anyone leaves a review or tweets about us using that hashtag, I'll be sure to name an NPC after you, so that way you too can be a part of this game. If you'd like to message us directly about either Band of Bothers or Charisma Check, please email us at bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com. That's bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. You can also find us on most forms of social media under the name Band of Bothers or Band of Bothers Podcast. Links will be in the description for the episode. So from me and the rest of the Band of Bothers cast, thank you for listening and goodbye.